None of you guys want to be the Ark of the Covenant, man. That one kid I talked to yesterday, man. I was really nice to him, you know. That I was nicer to him than I was to that lady. Well, she pissed me off. You gonna pay for my groceries? And if I would, I could. You know, I haven't had an extortion gig for, you know. But then, you know, and then finally just told her, no, you know, I'm the only one that stood up to human trafficking to shut down this cartel inventing hero bullshit factory. I was nicer about it, but I was pissed. Yeah. Well, Mr. Green Jacket. The Mormon missionary kids kind of got it, just like a lot of the athletes at New Mexico State, where they expose to you what they're doing, and you stand up all by yourself, and no one else stands up with you. It's lonely, and it's, you know, oh gosh, yeah. They'll destroy you. They'll kill you. They'll put you in a position. They'll take every vulnerability that you have. You had sex with a 14-year-old. You know, that's how they are. They're horrible. The military's horrible. The military is the worst organization in the history of the world. In order to have a professional military, you need a necessity for the professional military. Do you understand? They run the country. The president doesn't run the country. The president is basically a puppet that gets put into this thing, and then he looks back at it and goes, oh, fuck, son of a bitch, they're playing me like, yes. They don't even know they're getting played. I don't think Barack Obama knows he's getting played. He thinks he's got the right idea, and he's got it down, and he's got you all figured out, right? It's like, oh, shit, yeah. You know, Tom Hanks and Mavis Staples and Stephen Colbert are way more intelligent than the guys in office that they make fun of for billions of dollars, right? And billions of followers and millions of dollars. So you're sitting there, you're like, Toy Story again? And so it's propaganda. Even Toy Story. Okay, it's to put you in a position of a thought process that accepts what you're indoctrinated with as reality. I'm a Picasso, you uncultured swine. It's a combat Carl, right? And that's what I call the combat controllers at Pope Air Force Base, so that's not there anymore. Yeah, the combat Carls. It's a combat Carl. And combat Carls, I don't think most of them know. No, I know the scientists know. You know, yeah, you must rocket scientist, you're a pervert. They know. But the combat, I can take him. Remember when Dana, you're like Johnny Avalon? Oh, no, I'd kill Johnny Avalon, you know, with my pinky finger. like the assassin dude on Ratatouille. No. I didn't know. I've never, you know, like when I talked to Bruce Lee about this wall here, he's like, I could kick down that wall. What has that wall ever done to you? Boy, Bruce, you know, you're getting more like Judo the older you get, man. Before he was murdered, he was doing things for propaganda because he had to, because they threatened to kill him, and they ended up murdering him anyway. But in meditation and prayer, Bruce is a radically different person than the public persona you see through marketing. And so it's Mavis Staples. You got a crush on Bob Marley too. Everybody got a crush on Bob Marley and Tupac. You got a crush on Tupac. Everybody's got a crush on Bob Marley and Tupac, right? It's got a crush on Bob Marley. Yeah, everybody crushed on Bob. My mom crushed on Bob. Everybody crushed on Bob Marley. I'm like, yeah, I got a crush on Bob Marley too, right? No, I had a crush on his stepdaughter, yeah, and his daughter. But he told me his daughter wasn't for crushing because, you know, we were closely related, you know, Marleys and Parsons. So if it's Sharon, ain't Sharon's cute, right? So I'm gonna crush on Sharon, right? I don't think me and Sedalia are that closely related. I don't know how closely related the Parsons and the Marleys are. Maybe he's right. Maybe we're really closely related, Marleys and Parsons. So, you know, it'd be too, you know, let's fork the family tree. I know. Sedelia's a wonderful woman. Well, I had a crush on my cousin Julie when I was a kid too, because she was so pretty. You know, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Well, I got pretty cousins like that. I can get a pretty wife, right? There's nothing wrong with you if you crush on your cousin because she has movie star good looks and she's really sweet, and then ends up marrying the head of the Juarez cartels and you haven't seen her since. Son of a bitch. No, I haven't seen Julie since. No. I remember we had pictures in Grandma's house of Jaime's kids and Julie, right? And the kids all looked like the dad. And then she got put in protective custody, and that was really hard on my Aunt Frances. Aunt Frances lost Bobby to no good stuff with military corruption stuff, and then her daughter was, put in protective custody because she ended up being in a sexual relationship with one of the cartel kingpins, and so yeah, my Aunt Frances, Charlie Pride, life made her that way. But it's not life, it's selfish people, guys. You got to use your linguistics properly, It's not the world, it's selfish people. It's a mistranslation. Okay? There's nothing wrong with the world. Okay? There's nothing wrong with the world. It works. John Denver, I know life goes on just perfectly. Everything's the way that it should be. Sometimes if you can't feel like my heart feels like aching. And anywhere is where I'd rather be, like a sad song. And stuff like that. So I'm getting confession from all these people. And then after Mavis Staples and Tom Hanks, then I start getting, but the first one I got was President Trump. Oh shit, I'm not in charge at all. He knows that, but he doesn't. He's made to feel like he's in charge. So it makes him feel powerful, and then he gets addicted. They're playing him. Like, oh gosh, yes. Okay. And he's like, just yesterday, when they wanted to show me that thing from the White House and I wouldn't watch it from 60 Minutes, and then, no, I'm not going to pay attention to it. It's just bullshit. And then he looks, he goes, God dang, it is. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like Dana from Facebook, her son, when he was 7, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. And it's like, the kid's right. He nailed it. It's all bullshit. He's right. Okay. Kid's right. Well, it's hard in their case, but they were hard to talk to. They talked to me and, oh, your mom, I got mom thinking all this. I said, your mom has been horrifically abused by Ralph M. Parsons and the Espionage Network and Parsons Aeronautics and stuff like that. So you're going to have to, guys, I had to try to talk her through everything. And it was hard. She was dating a really attractive black guy out in California, and he was talking about, sodomy. I said, no, you don't date him. Break up with him. And, the son, she's believing this. That's the kind of conversations me and your mother had, and that's what I told her. You still want to, hey, the conversations you're having. I would have religious conversations, and that's what she'd quote to you. But the pragmatic, private conversations she had with me, she didn't want you to know about. Okay. And I didn't tell you because you didn't need to know about it because it was none of your fucking business. It was a private conversation between Marie and her in the fucking metaverse and what's that? Messenger. The military. Okay. Well, I'm still really pissed off at the choices that all the people made, like Mark and the kids at Facebook and the Obamas. And yeah, I'm pissed off. Okay. Because they didn't have to make those choices. No. Okay. They all feel like we would have been killed, like Charlie Kirk. And that's another one that pissed me off with that blonde lady. I've had enough and all that, talking all that shit about Mr. Vance and Miss Kirk, showing affection towards each other because of this hard time. And it's difficult. You don't know who you can trust. You don't know if you're the next one that's going to end up getting killed or dead. You don't want to worry your wife, and so you're around somebody that understands it. So it's a lot like Monroe and the Kennedys. And these people judge them. It's like you don't have a clue of what these people have to go through. Okay. Can you imagine being Charlie Kirk and listening to me talk for 10 years and then still having to talk? If you get cremated, what happens to the soul? Knowing damn well Parsons already obliterated this beyond any reasonable doubts. Okay. The corporation, it's not so much the corporation. The Mormon church doesn't run the military. The military runs the Mormon church. You're hard on Russell Nelson. He should have spoke up. He was old. He was going to die anyway. They threatened to kill your whole. I know they threatened to kill your whole family slowly with cancer, and you're look what's happening with Parsons and stuff. Guys, I'm not dying from my cancer. That's the whole big thing is people. I'm the only person I know that's ever had, the rectal polyps and then gone into remission by just soaking in salt water and using saline soap every time I pooped because there's poison on my rectum and I got the poison off. Same thing with the melanoma. I'm the only person I know that did the salt soaking that Suzuki told me to do and get out in the sun and do everything they tell you not to do. So I get out in the sun and it pulled all the stuff out. Now, the sun was not the cause of my melanoma. The sun was drawing the poison out. The poison was the cause of my melanoma. Okay? The sun's not killing. The sun is getting the poison out of your body. It's like with the guys that had leprosy on the, and you had to go out in the sun because it draws the toxins out of your body. And at this point, you get sores and it's embarrassing. You get sores on the back of your head. You get sores on that. You get pus coming out. It's not nice. It doesn't look pretty. It's not something fun to look at. Dad would sit there and, and I had kept them covered for years until Sun Yat-sen said, no, go out and wear shorts. Let them see what their taxpayer dollars get them. Okay. But that's not the sun gets the crap out. You just have to be patient. You have to be healthy, and you just have to tell your body, I'm not putting this in, and I don't intend on putting more poisons in. That was the difference between me and Justin, is Justin was stressed and he kept putting the poisons in. You're like, no, I eat sugar, guys. I process sugar real well. Yeah. Because I exercise. But I have to exercise slowly. The reason why was because I was depressed, because people in my family are being tortured to death and dying from the torture. And they talk in prayer to the Lord, but they don't listen to him because he's a cartoon character from a corporation and not me. He's crazy. Yeah. I'll just let the guy sodomize you. It's fun. Wear a condom. Don't want to get yourself, while you're impacting the woman to death, you don't want to get any poop in your, genitalia. You want to be able to impact more women to death. You impactor, you're an impactor. Right? Fuck. No, just don't do it. Like Justin Gentile said, he says, that's what Moses is saying. Don't do it. It's not healthy. It does not have any intrinsic value or redeeming qualities. It's just people want to die. And they want to have sex while dying. And that's wrong. Sex is for reproduction. It's not for fucking each other to death. If it was for fucking each other to death, why waste precious time on sex doing that? Just go to the radio tower in the back of the house where the owls and the turkey buzzers and jump off. Get it over with. You're not going to torture somebody to death that's gentle, sweet, and kind and wants to be loved but feel they can't. Just fucking get it over with. Just jump off a fucking building. Slit your fucking wrist. Pow! Okay? If you're going to do it, get it over with. Don't torture other people so other people don't have to feel it. If you know you are a sadistic bastard that is worthless and abuses people to death, kill yourself so nobody has to feel you anymore because you suck. Be righteous, be holy. Love somebody for the first time in your life. Take your fucking wretched life. Earl, we don't do that. No, I won't kill myself because I'm faithful and I'm honoring the gift of life. Okay? If I was Adolf Hitler's and his sodomizing Nazis, sodomizing French homosexuals with a shovel handle, I would go into a bathroom and drown myself in my toilet. I would go, well, no, that's too much drama. Just pow! Like poor Patrick Holland. No, I was thinking about Pat last night, and I was sitting there because, the thing Steffi said to me, I was like, no, Patrick was a good kid. He came from true drug addict bikers, and he wanted to get out of that. And I wasn't upset. I'm still upset about the adults in my life that were, he's coming by and he's got a gun because of what the Hollands did with mom and all that. Wait, did anybody ask what's wrong and sit down and talk with him? And mom told me afterwards, they were going to make him join the military because he was 18 and they weren't going to get paid money for him to be in the house anymore. Said, well, why didn't we just give him the option to stay in my room with Patrice and get a job at, and go to tech school to work on cars like he likes to? Yeah, I would do that. And I would help. But no one gave us that option. No one sat down and acted like adults. They just told him, here's what you got to do. It's like, no, that's wrong. Don't send him to the army. He would hate he'd hate the army. He's from two drug addict bikers. He would kill his sergeant and then be incarcerated for the rest of his life and then kill himself in prison. Are you people nuts? I love you guys, all right? Peace.